Last video we have seen the statement of Kirchhoff's law and explanation. Now by using the Kirchhoff's law, let us solve some numericals. Here consider this numerical. Now we have to find I1, I2 and I. That means current through each branches and also the current through 3 ohm resistance. You can also find the potential difference across 3 ohm resistance. This is the circuit given to you. Now let us A, B, C, D, E, F, A. We are given the point. Now from this diagram you can observe that here the two batteries, two cell E1 and E2 are connected in such a way that they are sending current through this common resistance in the same direction. That means parallel batteries connected across 3 ohm resistance so as to send current in the same direction. This is theoretical statement. See the diagram here. Both diagrams are same. Here this is E1, E2. Two batteries are connected parallel to each other so that a 3 ohm resistance is connected in such a way that both batteries can send through 3 ohm resistance current. Let us solve this by using Kirchhoff's voltage law. Here first I can take this loop. Let I1 is the current supplied by the battery E1. Again this is another loop, I2. Now through this resistance total current is I1 plus I2. I1 at the same time I2. Here apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop. First loop, which one is? Let us consider loop A, B, E, F and A. For this loop we have to write Kirchhoff's equation. Again we know that when writing the loop, when you are moving in the direction of current, then the potential difference, that means product V is equal to IR, is written as negative. See here, between the point A and B, current flows in the direction A to B. Hence, our equation becomes minus 1 I1. Here minus from B to E. Again we are moving in the direction of current, hence potential difference is negative. Minus 3 I1 plus I2. Here 1 I1, 1 I1, 1 I1. Now from F to A, see here we are moving from negative terminal to positive terminal. We know that potential rise is a positive change. Hence I can write plus E1. E1, what is the value of E1? 2 is equal to 0. Solve this equation. Minus I1 minus 3I1 that means minus 4I1. Again this I1 minus 5I1 minus 3I2 plus 2 is equal to 0. When 2 is transferred to this side, I will get minus 5I1 minus 3I2 is equal to minus 2. Again 5I1 plus 3I2 is equal to 2. This is equation 1. Now apply KVL for loop. Now choose another loop. Which one? C, B, E, D, C. Now write the equation. From C to B, we are moving in the direction of current. Hence potential difference. This is 2 ohm resistance. Current flowing this 2 ohm resistance is I2. Hence it is minus 2I2. Again from B to E, again we are moving in the direction of current. Write negative sign. Minus. Take product. Current, resistance. Total current is I1 plus I2 minus 3 I2 plus I1. Here from E to D minus 1 I2. From D to C, again we are moving from negative terminal to the positive terminal. That means here it is a positive change. Negative potential to positive potential. Hence EMF should be written positive. Hence plus 5 is equal to 0. Solve this. Minus 2I2 minus 3I2 minus 3I1 minus I2 is equal to minus 5. Minus 3I1. Find the value of I2. 2, 3, 5 plus 1 like minus 6I2 is equal to minus 5. Thus 3I1 plus 6I2 is equal to 5. This is second equation. 5I1 plus 3I2 is equal to 2. 3I1 plus 6I2 is equal to 5. Once you get these two equations, these are the quadratic equation. I1 and in terms of I1 and I2. By eliminating I1 or I2, when you eliminate I1, you will get the value of I2. Once you get the value of I2, put the value of I2 in any equation, you will get the value of I1. Try to solve this. Our equation 1 was 5I1 plus 3I2 plus is equal to 2. Second equation is 3I1 plus 6I2 is equal to 5. Now solving 1 and 2. Just multiply equation 1 by 2. You will get 10I1 plus 6I2 is equal to 4. Now we are eliminating the term I2. Just subtract. I2 get cancelled. 10 minus 3, 7I1 is equal to minus 1. Thus I1 is equal to minus 1 by 7 ampere. Now put the value of I1 in any equation. Let equation 1 becomes. Substitute the value of I1. 5I1. I1 is minus 1 by 7. Minus 5 by 7 plus 3I2 is equal to 2. Transfer 5 by 7 in this side. 3I2 is equal to 19 by 7. And thus I2 is equal to 19 by 21. I1 and I2. See here, current flowing through the common resistance 3 ohm is I1 plus I2. Hence total current flowing through 3 ohm resistance is I1 plus I2. Just add minus 1 by 7, 19 by 21, multiply by 3 on both sides. Sorry, numerator and denominator. Minus 3 by 21, 19 by 21. This is the total current. I1, I2 and total current I. If you have to find potential difference across this resistance, it would be V is equal to current multiplied by resistance. The value of resistance is 3. Total current 16 by 21. Thus total potential difference across this resistance is 16 by 7 volt. In this example, second example, here this is the circuit diagram given to you. Find current through these branches and total current through 2 ohm. See here, in this diagram, here the battery E1 and E2, these batteries are parallel, but see the polarity of the battery. Both batteries are not sending the current in the same direction through this resistance. Hence, be cautious. Let us, I1 is the current supplied by the, let us suppose that I1 is the current supplied by the battery, I2 current supplied by the battery E2. This is the loop, first loop, second loop. Now apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to first loop, A, B, E, F, A. See here, A, B, E, F, A for this loop. Now we are moving in the direction of current I1. Hence first minus, potential difference should be written negative. Resistance is 1, current is I1. Hence minus 1 I1. Here we are moving in the direction of current I1 and I2 is opposite to I1. Hence potential difference is written as minus 2 I1 minus I2, because we are moving in the direction of I1. Hence I2 is taken as negative. See here, from here again we are moving in the direction of current I1. Hence minus 1 I1. Here from negative to positive terminal, plus 6 is equal to 0. Solve. Minus 2 minus minus become plus, minus I1 is equal to 6 is taken transfer to this side. After solving, you will get this equation. 2I1 minus I2 is equal to 3. Now choose another loop. I am choosing the loop DEBCD. That is in the direction of current I2. DEBCD. See here. From D to E, minus 2I2. Again, E to F, sorry, E to B, minus 2, I2 minus I1. Because now in this loop we are moving in the direction of I2. When I2 is taken first and then minus I1. Minus 2I2 plus 2 is equal to 0. After solving, you will get this equation. From 1 and 2, eliminate the term I1. You will get the value of I2 is equal to 1 ampere. See here, 2I1 minus I2 is equal to 3. 2I1 minus 6 I2 is equal to 2. Just subtract. You will get 5I2 is equal to 5, I2 is equal to 1. Keeping the value of I2 in the equation 1, you will get I1 is equal to 2 ampere. Now, what is the value of total current flowing through the branch DE? We know that I1 and I2 are in opposite direction. Now the big value is I1 and thus total current is I is equal to I1 minus I2, because the value of I1 is big, 2 ampere. I2 is 1 ampere. Hence total current flowing through the branch BE is equal to 1 ampere. And in which direction? In this direction. Thus total current I is equal to I1 minus I2. Now you can easily find potential difference. 2 into 1, that is 2 volt, is the potential difference across the branch BE. Let us see most important problem which may be asked in JEE, NEET or CET. See here. This is the cube. The problem is given in such a way that 12 wires, each having resistance small r, is connected so as to form a skeleton cube. That means all these 12 wires are connected, each having resistance R. Now, the question is find effective resistance between diagonally opposite corners of cube. Now this is the cube. Now which are the diagonally opposite corner? A, and here point R. A and R are the diagonally opposite corner of the cube. You have to find effective resistance between A and R. In order to find effective resistance, let us suppose that a battery of EMF E is connected between these 2 points. Let us suppose that effective resistance between the 2 opposite corners of the cube is capital R. Then E is equal to IR. Now in such a diagram, distribution of current is most important. See how. I am taking the point A. Here these are the same resistance R, whose value is same. At this point current I is equally divided into these 3 branches. Hence at this point current is I by 3 flowing in this branch, I by 3 and I by 3. You can choose instead of I, 3I. When you choose 3I, then it will be I. Now I am choosing value of I. Total current is I. See here. At this point, again this I by 3 is equally divided into 2 parts. Current flowing through this branch and current flowing through this branch. Hence I by 3 becomes I by 6, I by 6. See here, I by 3 is current flowing through this branch. At this point, again it is divided into 2. Half I by 6 is flowing in this direction and current I by 6 is flowing in this direction. Now, for this branch, I3, at this point, current is divided into equal I by 6, I by 6. See here. I by 3, I by 6. I by 6 is current flowing. I by 6 at this point. I by 6, I by 6 by current. Algebraic sum of current at any junction is 0. Kirchhoff's current law is current leaving from the point is I by 6 plus I by 6, that is I by 3. Now at this point, this branch, through this branch, current I by 3 is flowing. See here, I by 3, I by 6, I by 6, I by 6. Now I by 3, I by 6, I by 6, I by 6, I by 6, I by 3. See here, I by 6, I by 6. Here becomes I by 3. Thus, at the point R, the total current now again becomes I by 3 plus I by 3 plus I by 3 equal to I. The current is distributed in such a way that when current I is entering the tube, it must be leaving I. Once you distribute the current in this way, here I is entering the tube and I is also leaving out of the tube. That means distribution is correct. Now, once the distribution becomes okay, then solve further. Now, apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to outer path. Which one is outer path? A, P, Q, R, E and A. A, P, Q, R, E, A. Apply Kirchhoff's law. Here, we are moving in the direction of currents, hence minus I by 3R. From this to this point, minus I by 6R. Again, minus I by 3R. There is no resistance. Minus. Here I am moving from negative to positive terminal of the battery. Hence it is written as positive. Hence plus E, path complete, is equal to 0. Just solve. This is simple mathematics. I am making denominator equal. The value, put the values, and you will get E is equal to 5 IR by 6. Here, R is the equivalent resistance of the cube between the two diagonally opposite corner of the cube. Hence, equate, you will get the value 5 by 6 is equal, R capital R is equal to 5 by 6 R. Keep in mind, capital R just multiply divided by 2, you will get 10 by 12 R. By using this equation, now within a second you can find the value of resistance, effective resistance between diagonally opposite corner of the cube. See how. Suppose a problem numerically is asked in such a way that at 12 wires, each having resistance 6 ohm, connected so as to form a cube, find the effective resistance between two diagonally opposite corners of the cube. Simple. 12 wires, each having resistance 6 ohm. That means the value of R is 6. Just put the value. Capital R is equal to 5 by 6. Value of R is 6. 6 is cancelled. The result is 5 ohm. Let us solve another example. In this example, again this is the example of cube or skeleton. In this example, you have to find the effective resistance between the 2 points which are diagonally opposite corner of the same face of the cube. This is the ABCD is one of the base. Now this is ABCD is face. A and C are the 2 points which are diagonally opposite corner of the same face. A question is asked in such a way that 12 wires, each of having resistance small r connected so as to form a cube and find. In the last example, we have determined the effective resistance between diagonally opposite corner of the cube, and the answer was 10 by 12. Now see here, again, while solving such example, the distribution of current is important. Now I am taking 6I is the total current supplied by the battery. In the last example, total current is I. See here, when 6I is current, total current, at this point A, it is divided equally into 3 branches. That will become 2I, 2I, 2I. Total current entering in the cube is 6I, and leaving out of the cube, it should be 6I. Let us see the distribution. At this point, 2I is equally divided into I and I. This current flows to the point here. I goes here. At the point Q, I is divided into I2, I by 2 and I by 2. I by 2 comes here and here. See this 2I current. When 2I current reaches to the point B, at this point, this 2I and this I by 2 now becomes 2 plus half, that means 5 by 2I, and thus 5 by 2I current reaching at the point C. Now this I divided into I by 2 and I by 2, this I by 2 and this 2I becomes 5 by 2I. Thus through this branch at this point current reaching is 5 by 2I. Now I by 2 and this I by 2. I by 2 plus I by 2, that is I. I is current reaching at the point C. See here, what is the value of total current at the point C? 5 by 2I, 5 by 2I and I. Take the sum, 2.5 plus 2.5, that is 5, 5 plus 1, 6I. That means 6I current is entering in the cube and 6I current is leaving from the cube. Thus our distribution of current is correct. Now apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. Apply KVL for loop A, B, C, E and A. A to B. We are moving in the direction of current. Is the value of resistance R? Minus 2IR. Here, value of resistance is R. Current flowing is 5 by 2I. Hence minus 5 by 2IR. As there is no resistance, just write plus E is equal to 0. Solve this. Minus 9 by 2 IR is equal to minus E. E is equal to 9 by 2 IR. But here we have taken total current 6I. Hence the value of E is equal to 6 IR. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. Comparing this equation, we will get R is equal to 9 by 12 R. Effective resistance between between the 2 points which are diagonally opposite corner of the same face, R is equal to 9 by 12 R. Let us solve by the another method. Take this loop A, P, Q, R, C, E and A. You will get the same result. Capital R is equal to 9 by 12 R.